Well, hell, I mean, for a lot of us, that's not even really an issue, right? Like that just seems to be the thing to do is to go with what's artificial, right? The AI is what's hot next, right? Artificial intelligence. There are many who believe the environmental atheists, for example, that are running the world in which you and I live for the most part, that computers can absolutely be smarter than us. And while computers are great for data processing, and even processing data quickly, I do not believe that the human spirit, the American spirit, can be toppled by a computer. The war has already begun, so we shall see. The question is, where are you? Which side are you on? And if you're on a default or in a default position, well, then more than likely you're not in a good position right now. And here's the thing, being experimenting with ideas, experimenting with information, desiring to grow, desiring to become something more, experimenting with things that you don't have history or information with is fine and fair. Growing and becoming, learning is fine and fair. The thing right now, though, is we don't even have, in many cases, an organic, functional, and real transmission of human culture from one generation to the next. That entire process has been usurped by fascism, corporatism. And for those who don't know, fascism is emergence of corporation and government. And that whole process has usurped many things, not only the transmission of culture, parenting, beast, or listening to Ryan or Ryan's world than you. They may have in their head anywhere from 20 to 60 hours a week of information coming from advertising, marketing, uh, nonsensical, brain melting interactions with the social media realm. 20 to 60 hours in 1 week, a child is consuming. How much time in a week is that child hearing your voice? That's a question that I think needs legitimate answering. And if the answer is staggering, let's say less than an hour, the question becomes, whose child is that? While it may have your genetics or may not, is it a child of the corn? I don't know. Is it Bill Gates' child? Is it Elon Musk's child? Right? Is it Amazon's child? Is it Meta's child? Facebook's child? Whose is it? And then for those of us, you're working day and night tirelessly trying to survive in life or whatever the case may be. Um, how are you gonna split the difference? How are you gonna compete? Schools aren't even transmitting cultural values that you, as an anywhere from 30, 40, 50 plus parent or grandparent, they're transmitting values to your child that have absolutely nothing to do with you, things that you don't care for, things that you don't value. Is it really at the top of your priority list for your child to learn that little Timmy read a story today with Adam and Steve about how their parents to so and so, and they gave the child twice the daddy love or whatever the case may be? Is that really a priority for you? How's that going to help your child survive in the economy that's coming, the global economy that's coming, that's going to lay waste to multiple positions where there's no longer a demand for, where there will be a need for actual skills where you can produce physically or you can provide a service that is measurable as far as your quality or ability to provide or lack of ability to provide quality in that service. When we are being trained from a young age and stage to simply just absorb information in a fashion where these flashes through the devices are absolutely playing on our minds, retarding us in some cases. If indeed you desire to be real in these artificial times, you're in for an uphill battle for sure. And I'll tell you this, real recognizes real. And salute to you if this is reaching you and you are real, or at the very least, you desire to become or be real. Where you can start is being honest with yourself. You don't have to be honest to me, right? For those you got filters all in this virtual reality, you got all this stuff going on. You want to insert, you want to take out, all that. Like you got to be honest with yourself. That's the first thing. You got to be honest with yourself about where it is that you are, where it is that you need to go. I'm not a fan of coming out here in the virtual world and talking about how much of a loser I am, how I didn't do this right, how I didn't do that right, how I'm suicidal, or how I'm morbidly obese, and I'm going to start my journey online. 3 days later, you hawking down the ho hos and the Twinkies. Right now, if you're going to come out here and you're really going to make something happen, great. We need that. We need inspirations out here. What we don't need is more people sharing their failures with the rest of us, inspiring a culture of failureism. And it's okay. Be good to yourself, be kind to yourself. While that is true that we all make mistakes, and setbacks are for the get back, if you didn't know that, setbacks are for the get back. It's not to set back and be like, oh, I lost, I'm a loser. It doesn't work like that, bruh. You got to get after it. You got to stay after it. And in case you didn't know, I'm gonna share with you something that Sonny from the Bronx told Lil C a long time ago. Colodro. Um, nobody cares, right? Like it's just the reality. Whatever your struggles are, fine and well. We all got a story to tell, honestly, and no one wants to hear it. About now overcoming challenges and doing whatever on YouTube, fine and fair, or on the social media realm. Literally, you can share anything. I'm just being real with you as far as in the realm of the real, and furthermore in the realm of men. Or if you want to be a man amongst men, nobody wants to hear your story, bro. For real, it's embarrassing to shame yourself publicly in the name of what exactly? What is it that you aim to achieve by shaming yourself publicly? Disgracing your name and face for a couple dollars, right? We need education, we need inspiration, we need motivation. That's what should be pumped in the virtual realm as far as I'm concerned. Now, motivation is a finicky thing. We all can, rock with a motivational video here or there. They're great, nice. If you can provide that, great. That's what we need. I believe motivation should be primarily intrinsic within from all of us. However, a great external story, a great underdog story always has value, you know? So, in this journey of being real, staying real, becoming real, don't shame yourself publicly and add all this about you know, uh, you failed in this and you're continuing to fail. And every day you're just coming out here saying, I'm a failure, I'm a failure, I'm a failure. Soon enough, that may be a loop that you may not be that's going to become a loop that you may not be able to get out of. Be real with you. Old school Shake by the name of Shakespeare once said, to thine own self be true, and it must follow the night the day. You can't be false to any man. I updated the lingo a little bit, but there it is. Get out there, get after it, stay after it. This is the end game, folks. And the artificial everything is just, it's a wave of artificialness upon us. I hear all the time in my interactions with people, mental health is real. I need a mental health day. I'm not doing well. My daughter's not doing well. My son's not doing well. My brother, my lover, whoever, everyone's having this mental health quote unquote thing. We're gonna have a whole lot of mental health issues when we're constantly lying to ourselves. And then not only that, not only are we lying in mass, we can't even be consistent with the lie. You got to change it every 5 minutes, every 5 seconds, every 50 seconds, every 30 seconds, every other day, every other week. Obviously, you're going to have some issues. Be real, be simple, be consistent.